Customs officers don't see your bag the way you do. While you see comfort and convenience, they see potential risks, fines, and violations. The rules are designed to protect agriculture, safety, and national security, but they're not written to protect your trip. Which means the smallest mistake can turn your smooth vacation into hours of questioning. In this video, we're going to look at 13 harmless carry-on items that can get you pulled aside at customs in 2025. Stay with me until the end because some of these rules are brand new and not even regular travelers know them yet. A few will surprise you because they're things many people have been packing for years without trouble, until now. And item number 2 is something almost every traveler over 50 carries without thinking. But this year, it's one of the top reasons people are getting stopped. If you miss even one, it could mean hours of waiting or expensive fines on your next trip.
13. Herbal teas and powders. At first glance, tea bags, protein powders, or herbal mixes seem completely harmless. After all, millions of people drink tea and take supplements every day. But when these items go through an airport scanner, they can raise serious red flags. Powders, especially white or green ones, can look suspiciously like illegal substances. Even a small pouch of matcha tea or a few scoops of protein powder can trigger extra checks. Officers will almost always stop you to test and confirm what it is. Imagine explaining, "It's just chamomile tea for sleep," while an agent carefully swabs your bag. It feels a little silly, but from their point of view, any powder could be dangerous. A quick tip: keep powders in their original sealed packaging with clear labels. That way, it looks professional and less suspicious. And yes, no matter how innocent your tea looks, to customs, it's mystery powder until proven otherwise. And if you think tea is harmless, wait until you hear about number 9. It's even more shocking.
12. Wrapped gifts. Bringing a neatly wrapped gift feels thoughtful, but customs officers rarely see it the same way. To them, a wrapped package is a complete unknown, and that makes it suspicious. They have no idea if it's just a sweater, a toy, or something hidden inside that isn't allowed. That's why security agents almost always open wrapped gifts during inspection. And yes, they won't bother peeling the tape carefully, they'll rip it open right there at the counter. Imagine putting effort into perfect ribbons and paper only to see it destroyed in seconds. It feels unfair, but safety rules always come first. The smart move is to pack your gift unwrapped and bring wrapping paper separately. Once you reach your destination, you can wrap it again properly. This way you keep the surprise alive without losing your hard work. It's better to wrap at home later than to watch customs undo it all in seconds.
11. Fresh fruit and vegetables. It seems harmless to pack an apple, banana, or a small bag of vegetables for the trip. Many travelers do it for a quick snack, especially during long flights. But customs officers take produce very seriously. Even a single piece of fruit can carry hidden pests or plant diseases that could damage crops in another country. That's why agriculture rules are strict worldwide. People have actually been fined hundreds of dollars for failing to declare one simple apple. Imagine paying more for that banana than for your whole ticket. It sounds ridiculous, but it happens. Customs isn't worried about your hunger. They're protecting farms and food supplies. The smart solution is to eat your fruit before landing or leave it at home. If you must bring produce, declare it honestly to avoid heavy fines. That innocent snack could easily become the most expensive meal of your trip if you don't follow the rules.
10. Jewelry and coins. Packing jewelry or coins seems harmless, but customs can view them differently. Even cheap costume jewelry or old coins can trigger suspicion. Officers sometimes think travelers are hiding wealth or smuggling valuables without declaring them. There are real cases where people were stopped and questioned over items worth less than $50. It's not always about value, it's about paperwork and proof. Imagine standing in line explaining why you're carrying 10 old coins from your collection, or defending that necklace you've owned for years. It's uncomfortable and it slows you down. The simple fix? Declare expensive pieces, carry receipts if you can, and avoid traveling with large amounts of jewelry unless you really need it.
By doing this, you show customs you're being honest, which makes the process smoother. A little preparation prevents long explanations at the counter. What feels like harmless personal items to you can look very different through a customs officer's eyes.
9. Prescription pills outside original bottles. It feels easier to toss your pills into a little plastic bag, especially if you're only traveling for a few days. But what looks like convenience to you looks very different to customs. A baggie of pills without labels raises an immediate red flag. To officers, it could look like drug smuggling, even if it's just your blood pressure medicine. Picture this. You're standing at customs, and an officer holds up your unmarked bag of pills like they just discovered a crime scene. Not exactly the smooth start to your vacation. The rule is clear. Prescription pills should always be in their original packaging, with your name and the doctor's details on the label. Yes, the bottles may be bulky, but they save you from hours of questioning, or worse, losing your medicine completely. Don't let convenience cost you peace of mind. A little extra space in your bag is better than a big misunderstanding at customs. But if you think medicine is strict, number 6 is even scarier, because you don't even realize it's in your bag until security spots it.
8. Meat, dairy, or snacks. It feels harmless to bring along a few snacks for the journey. Maybe some beef jerky, a piece of cheese, or even a bar of chocolate to get you through the airport stress. But here's the truth. Agriculture bans cover all of them. Customs isn't worried about your midnight hunger. They're worried about diseases, contamination, or products sneaking past inspection. Many travelers don't know this, but fines can be as high as $300 just for carrying cured meat. Imagine explaining to your friends that you lost hundreds of dollars because you couldn't leave your salami at home. Funny later, painful in the moment. Dairy products like cheese and even milk chocolate can also be flagged depending on the country. Officers may not confiscate your whole bag, but they won't hesitate to toss those snacks in the trash. The rule is simple. If you're craving it, eat it before you land. Otherwise, your cheese stick could cost you a very expensive lesson.
7. Travel-sized aerosols. Tiny bottles seem safe. A little spray deodorant, insect repellent for the beach, or maybe a travel-size hairspray to fix your look after a long flight. But here's the surprise. These small aerosols can trigger alarms at customs. They are pressurized, sometimes flammable, and often flagged as potential chemical hazards. In some airports, officers don't even think twice. They seize them right away. Imagine trying to explain that your weapon is just lavender body spray. Not the conversation you want to have after a red-eye flight. The rules around aerosols are strict because they're unpredictable under pressure or heat. While you see convenience, officers see risk. And if you're unlucky, you could lose all of them before your trip even begins. The safe approach? Stick to solid alternatives when possible, or buy sprays once you arrive. That way, you won't lose time or your favorite hairspray to a suspicious customs officer with a serious face.
6. Small tools and nail kits. Packing a small screwdriver, nail scissors, or even a sharp-edged nail clipper might feel normal. After all, these are everyday tools, nothing dangerous, right? But on a customs scanner, these items look very different. A screwdriver can look like a weapon, nail scissors like a blade, and even a metal file can raise eyebrows. The officer doesn't care that you just wanted to fix your glasses or trim your nails on vacation. To them, it's a possible threat. Imagine being pulled aside and questioned about your toolkit, while you awkwardly explain that it's just for your cuticles. It may sound a little funny, but it happens more often than people think. Security staff can confiscate these items immediately, and in some cases, they even fine travelers for carrying them. The simple solution? Leave sharp tools and nail kits out of your carry-on. Save yourself the stress and the embarrassment of explaining your manicure routine to customs.
5. Religious or cultural items. Incense sticks, prayer oils, powders, or even simple prayer beads may hold deep personal meaning for you. But when those same items pass through a customs scanner, officers don't see culture, they see unknown substances and shapes. A pouch of powder, for example, can look exactly like something dangerous. Even a bottle of scented oil can raise alarms because it may leak or contain chemicals they don't recognize. The truth is, customs staff are not trained in cultural context. They don't see the meaning, they only see the material. Imagine the awkward moment when an officer picks up your prayer beads and looks at them like they're part of a spy kit. It feels insulting, but it's not personal, it's procedure. To avoid the hassle, always pack these items in clear, labeled containers and declare them if you're unsure. That way, you keep your peace of mind, your faith intact, and your customs experience smooth instead of stressful. If this surprises you, here's the truth. The rules change faster than most travelers can keep up. That's why I cover them here on Fly Smart every week. If you want to stay ahead, hit that subscribe button now so you don't get caught off guard on your next trip.
4. Wood, shell, or handmade souvenirs. It's so tempting to grab that carved wooden statue from a street market or a seashell necklace from a beach vendor. They look harmless, right? A sweet memory of your trip. But here's the catch. Customs agents don't see souvenirs, they see possible threats. Wooden carvings can carry insects or plant diseases. Seashells, coral, or certain handmade items may fall under endangered species restrictions. Imagine proudly showing your innocent beach necklace only to be told it's illegal. Awkward. In many cases, these items get confiscated, and sometimes travelers are even fined. The sad part, you didn't mean any harm, you just wanted a keepsake. But rules are rules, and customs officers won't bend them for your travel treasure. If you're ever unsure, buy certified souvenirs from official stores. That way, your memory won't end up in an airport trash bin. Because nothing feels worse than losing both your keepsake and your patience at the same time.
3. Large amounts of cash. Money talks, but at customs, it screams. Carrying more than the legal cash limit is one of the fastest ways to get pulled aside. And yes, even if it's your own hard-earned money, agents suspect money laundering, tax evasion, or worse. Limits vary from country to country. Some allow $10,000, others much less. And ignorance? It won't save you. Imagine the stress of explaining why you stuffed $15,000 in your backpack just in case. Customs doesn't find that funny. In fact, they may seize the money on the spot. Many travelers think, it's my money, so it's fine. But in airports, big stacks of cash look shady. The smarter move is to use cards, traveler's checks, or wire transfers. If you really must carry more than the limit, declare it. Otherwise, your holiday could turn into a long conversation in a back room with your cash sealed away in an envelope you'll never see again.
Number 2. Over-the-counter medication. What could be safer than vitamins or a small pack of sleeping pills to survive jet lag? But here's the surprise. Many countries treat certain over-the-counter medicines as controlled substances. A simple pain relief tablet, allergy pill, or bottle of vitamins may raise red flags at customs. Without proper paperwork, you may be accused of carrying restricted drugs. Imagine standing there trying to explain, "These are just my multivitamins," while an officer stares at you like you're smuggling narcotics. Not fun. Different countries have wildly different rules, so what's harmless at home might be illegal abroad. Some travelers have even had their medication confiscated or faced fines. The golden rule? Always keep medicine in its original packaging, carry the prescription if you can, and research your destination's rules before you fly. Because trust me, you don't want your relaxing trip ruined by a bottle of harmless vitamins that customs mistakes for something much stronger.
1. Extra electronics. This one might shock you. Extra electronics are one of the biggest red flags at customs today. A second phone, a big power bank, or even an unfamiliar gadget can instantly spark suspicion. Officers often assume these devices are hiding data, encrypted information, or worse, tools for illegal activity. It sounds dramatic, but it happens every day. Electronics are flagged more than almost anything else because they're impossible to check without time-consuming inspections. Imagine being pulled aside while your phone is swabbed, your laptop powered on, and your gadgets inspected one by one. Suddenly, your quick trip becomes a long, nerve-wracking wait. Even if you've done nothing wrong, the process feels like you're in a spy movie, only without the cool background music. To stay safe, only bring what you truly need. Keep devices charged so officers can test them, and avoid carrying extras.
because nothing delays a traveler more than a suspicious gadget blinking under airport lights. So there you have it, 13 everyday items that can get you stopped cold at customs in 2025. The rules are unpredictable, and the smallest mistake can ruin your trip. Want to protect yourself from even more hidden travel traps? Click any of these videos on your screen, and I'll see you in a moment.